Hi there Gundam fans, welcome back to Gundam.my. I'm your host Abdurrahman as always, and today we're going to be opening the special limited edition clear version of the 00 Quanta, or known as the 00 QANT. I'm calling it Quanta because it's much more simpler that way. So for the 00 currently, I actually built this kit from top to bottom, so as you open it you're welcome with a lot of runners actually. Standard from an RG because you will be fixing the frame as well as the pieces of armor, so there's going to be a lot of runners for you to deal with and a singular manual. The assembly was really nice. I really thoroughly enjoy assembling this kit from top to bottom. So here it is from front to back, and don't worry, I'll demonstrate you the movement. So here are the extra parts for the GN sword. Now there's two types of GN sword, the GN sword 5 and the GN sword 4. The GN sword 4 actually can transform into multiple forms. For example, the GN launcher mode and the full saber mode, gun blade, and multiple rifle modes. So all total you can actually change up to 8 forms. So here are the parts that actually belong to the GN Sword 5. Now the GN Sword 5 is particularly much more bigger than the GN Sword 4 that can turn into a large sword. So I'm going to show you the demonstrations of the GN swords. So I'm going to put the model aside and I'm going to make its blaster rifle. Now the blaster rifle is basically a ginormous rifle, as you can see from what I'm doing right now. Basically getting the component from the GN Sword 5 and making it into a much more larger version of the blaster rifle that can be combined with the sword. Now the issues that I have with it is that when it comes to the GN Sword forming the blaster rifle, most of the kits when performing any sort of transformation, you kind of just have to slide it in. There's no locking mechanism, there's no click to anything, so it can be very fragile and easily fall off. As you can see, it just forms in that way. Everything just slides in. There's no clicking, there's no locking mechanism and whatsoever. So if you want to actually transform it into its blaster rifle mode, extending the tip is going to take a bit of time, as you can notice that because most of the sabers that are attached to the sword, you kind of have to slide it in. So as you can see, I'm actually firming it in. If you shake it, you can actually make the entire thing fall apart. So yeah. Now I'm actually going to form the GN Sword 4's main form. Now so this is shield form. This is basically its default shoulder form that you see onto the box art itself. So as you can see, it's quite easy. Now the GN Sword 4 doesn't have that much of an issue like the GN Sword 5. So overall the GN Sword 4 kind of clicks in place. So everything does is just slide in. It's kind of locked in place and making sure that everything is secure and nice, and there it is, the GN Sword default form. Now this kit actually comes with its separate hands. It has actually movable hands, 2 of them, a singular open hand and multiple closed-fisted hands. Now these hands actually form to make a better pose for you to grip the sword. So as you can see, I'm going to basically just form back the GN Sword 5. As you can see, it is another shoulder part of it and it slides in. It doesn't have any some sort of locking mechanism. That's the thing that I kind of like. And yeah, it drops off very easily. Now to demonstrate you the movement. As you can see, the head is really loose, so you kind of actually have to be careful when turning it. It can only turn up to 180 degrees. If you try to go more than that, it actually just falls off. Now I'm going to demonstrate the hands, so I'm going to just move the backpack aside. Now because of the shoulder, it can't actually go upwards, as you can see, but if you do remove the shoulders, it can actually go up to 360 and a much more higher angle than previously shown. So the shoulders kind of make it a bit hard for you to actually raise the hands. The torso surprisingly can move up to 360. Now the legs, I'm really surprised of the legs. The legs can move up to back and forth. Now of course the torso can actually move side to side. Now you notice that I move aside there for a sec because that the antenna just falls off. So yeah, so the legs can make a full split, can actually turn as so, all the way to the front and all the way to the back surprisingly easily. And I really like the legs. The legs are the most favorite part of the entire kit. And the feet itself can actually move too. So overall, the only slack thing about this model is the head and the antenna itself. As you can see, it took me quite a while to actually put it in because of the small size. But overall, totally impressed of the model. So to summarize the 00 Quantafull Saber, it is a really good special limited edition model with a very special color. I like the colorization of the clear. It gives it a much more better look than your average 00 with the blue and white. So with this version, I really like it. And overall, it actually provides you with its own stand to actually hold up the sword and not the model itself. It's just that the GN swords, when it comes to the extra pieces, yeah, they kind of fall off a bit easily, but overall it's a really nice kit and I enjoy building it from top to bottom. Hope to see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the 360, and see you again. Ciao!